life. Neisha Solace hyphen
Did
Berry.
you click the right link?
Probably not. Thank God.
Hang on. It might be a lag. But it's not showing us here. It's showing us somewhere.
Where's it showing us?
I don't know. Hang on. It might be my... Nope, it's us. Yep, we're there. Sorry.
Thanks,
It's
Neisha.
my computer. I'm sorry.
I thought I'd messed up bad.
They've been working on our internet, giving everybody else internet on our road, and so I think it's messed with our speed a little bit.
Did I say a dirty word? I might have. I'm sorry if I did. I don't know.
Oh,
because I thought I'd messed up
they're
bad.
used to you.
I
Anyway,
apologize.
yes, I'm back. I've been
Back
working
again.
I've been working in the background inside of our community. Those of you who are in there, you've seen all the changes, big things coming. Very excited. Very excited.
Yes. You're doing a great job in the community. And with the PhD certified health coaching program.
Yes, if you applied, please check your email. Please check your spam. Please check your junk folder. Any of the places where it could be. If you have multiple email addresses, check them all.
Yes.
We sent out acceptance letters on Friday, I'm pretty sure. We're going to send more just to bump it in your little inbox, but go take a looky-loo in your inbox.
I'm glad you caught us, Brando. I was hoping you'd be on tonight because it's been a while since I saw you.
Is it Marlon Brando?
Maybe. I think it's Casper. But so for the next hour, we're going to be answering your questions about nutrition, about health, medicines, medication, medical conditions. Hell, we're even going to talk about politics, sex, and religion. Huh? No, we're not. We're not. We're not going to talk about those.
Me no like it.
Unless they apply to health directly, and we might talk about poop.
Almost always.
I mean, we might. We might. So you never know.
I'm not just his sidekick. I'm also his wife, but I'm also a registered nurse. I've been in healthcare since I was 19. And that means 20 years.
She's almost 40.
What? Yeah, long-term care and labor and delivery from the womb to the tomb. And I've seen a lot of sickness, and I've seen a lot of preventable sickness.
For the first part of your career, you help people go out of this life.
For
the last part, you help people come into this life.
But so much of my time, I was a CNA, then an LPN, then an RN in long-term care, and I just saw so much suffering. There's worse things than death, guys.
Unnecessary suffering. Yes, I totally
suffering
agree.
When you could have prevented that part and just lived happily ever after in your home with your husband and your loved ones, grandkids, till the good Lord calls you home.
Here's a new student, Lisa Peterson, thankful to be chosen for PhD. My acceptance letter was in spam, so make sure and check your spam.
Yes.
There you go. Welcome. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it.
Hey, Betsy. Yeah, I just posted an update video. I am in the gym again after more than 3 years, because it was before I got pregnant with Bonnie. I was working out, I was getting stronger, and then I just life. But osteoporosis runs in my family, and I'm really trying very hard not to become a victim of that. Because again, like I said, I worked in long-term care. You break a hip, and then
that's it.
I mean, the statistics of bouncing back from that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's
people.
80% mortality within the next 5 years.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You're just basically dead if you break a hip after the age of 60.
We want strong bones.
Strong bones, strong muscle,
minds.
strong mind.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. That's how you live to be 110. And she's looking good doing it. Am I right?
I'm only 1 month back. Okay, so don't be like, well, you don't even have any muscle. I know, Karen. That's why I'm gonna keep going. Right? Okay. This is a good question. Russell says, can dill pickles hurt my carnivore diet? So dill pickles technically are not carnivore, but if the worst thing you're doing is eating a dill pickle, you're winning.
Yeah, you're winning 100%. What you're actually eating is Ketovore, which is close to carnivore. And if you cut out the pickles, it'll be carnivore. Either one's fine. You're probably going to achieve your goals with either one. Serena says, I want to quit nursing.
I don't blame you.
Let's talk about that for a minute. The conundrum that nurses find themselves in.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched the show The Pit, I think most nurses and doctors probably have. It's a really good representation of realistic healthcare in the current culture.
It's got Noah in it from ER.
Yeah, we love Noah Wiley. And yeah, nursing, doctors too. All the staff at the hospital, everyone's suffering. It's just it's hard to staff. The insurance policies, the amount of time you get to spend with your patients, the patient to nurse ratio. I got out of bedside nursing in 2019 by accident, but I'm so glad. It was such a blessing.
Yeah.
It wasn't through happy circumstances. It was from poor circumstances, but I don't know how you guys have done it. The ones that are still in there in the grind.
Yeah. God bless you.
And nurses are not there for the money. Okay.
No.
They're not. They're there because they really truly care about people, but it makes it almost impossible to continue to be a nurse when you're treated like you're nothing and nobody and you're just a wheel in the cog and money. It's a business and it's really sad. So I don't blame you, Serena. It's hard.
Oh, let's get a little political. Duke says, is vax shedding real? Maybe. If anybody tells you definitely yes or definitely no, you know that immediately, you know one of two things about that person. If they say, yes, you are shedding the virus, if you got the vaccine, they are either ignorant or they're trying to make money. Because currently nobody knows the answer to this for sure. Okay. Hopefully one day we will know the answer to this. I think it's possible. I don't know if I think it's likely, but I think it's possible. But we need way more objective, neutral research about the entire thing that happened to humanity in 2020. Currently, right now, if anybody tells you that they know for a fact this, that, or the other about the catastrophe of 2020, they are either ignorant or they're full of crap or they're trying to make some money. That's my current take on that. And I'm happy to be proven wrong if anybody knows of any definitive, reliable research. Here's a question from Ken. Will I have to take blood thinners forever after having a cabbage? So this is a coronary artery bypass graft. It's where they bypass one of your arteries that's blocked up with plaque. Most likely, most cardiologists would really like for you to take some sort of blood thinner for the rest of your life. And doctors call them blood thinners, but they don't really thin your blood at all. They just slow down your blood's ability to clot as quickly as it could otherwise. But for all practical purposes, calling it a blood thinner is accurate enough in daily conversation. Now, I want to know right now, we got almost 2,000 people. Where in the world are you watching from? What city, what state, what country? Tell me in the comments. Just type it in. Don't be shy. We don't allow shyness here. Okay? If you're a wallflower, you got to get over that. Just come on. Type it in the comments. What city, state, country? I don't want to know your home address. I'm not going to come see you. I'm not going to spam you. I just want to know what city, state, country you're watching from right now. Vancouver.
I love when I can tell when people have been watching a long time when they know the name of the cats.
Yeah, that's Olive.
No,
that's Loki. Loki, did you see how she was looking at you? She was sitting there like, what are you doing? What?
She
This
drools.
is dumb.
Do you have cats that drool?
Yeah. Both our cats drool. I don't know what's up.
We've never had cats that drool, but they both
Maine,
do.
Arizona, Deer Park, Michigan, Long Island, New York.
Wow, look at everybody. Alaska.
Waverly, Tennessee.
What's up, neighbor?
Hey, neighbor, how's it going?
Corpus Christi.
Anybody else from Tennessee? Tell us in the comments.
I thought of Cater earlier.
You did?
Yeah.
That's just down
Just
the road of peace.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's
all right.
Throw stone away.
That's a stone's throw. Yeah.
Stone's throw.
Here's Keto Simple. He's got a great YouTube channel. If you're interested in the keto diet, check his channel out. Congratulations to all of you selected to be in the inaugural class of the PhD Health Coaching Certification Program. Let's go.
If you get your email, once you submit your payment, whether you do the payment plan or pay in full, you're going to get access to the course dashboard, and you can start talking with your fellow classmates. And everybody's already in the chat room talking to each other. It's so exciting to see you guys post in there. It's really awesome.
Yep, absolutely. Bryn Games. Hey, Bryn. Are blood work labs in Mexico as good as U.S. labs? So possibly. Maybe, maybe not. There are doctors who check labs and they run the labs in their own clinic that are highly inaccurate and unreliable. There are other doctors that send it off to a reference lab like LabCorp, Quest, and there's some smaller regional labs that do a very good job. So it depends. In Mexico, if they're sending it, I mean, LabCorp and Quest, I'm pretty sure have a footprint in Mexico and other countries. So if they're sending it to a reliable reference lab, they're going to be just as reliable.
Somebody from Wales.
Wales, nice. The Brian Brumley, thanks a lot, Doc. That Chew Your Food song is now an earworm in my head.
You're not the only one. I think everybody that watched that video.
So I want to see how many of you guys have watched my video about how many times to chew your food, the actual secret real number. Tell me in the comments, how many times should you chew each bite of food? Is it 10 times? Is it 30, 32, 100? What number is it exactly? Do you know? I want to see how many people
New Zealand,
watch my video.
Ireland. Woo!
John got the invite. Very excited about the PhD certification.
Yes,
Love it, John.
Army,
You're gonna love it.
Army sent a huge super chat. Thank you, Army.
Hey, Army.
60 days strict triple B&E, blood meter 2 to 6 times a day, workout 60 minutes, 4 to 5 times a week. Hume body, but can you pull
I'll
that
pull it
up?
up. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. There it is.
Can't lose body fat unless I'm in a severe caloric deficit or a 36 to 48 hour fast. Glucose is always 95 to 120 or 80 to 95 when fasting. Always high in the morning. What is wrong with me?
So you can lose fat without being in a calorie deficit if all your hormones are balanced. So you've been doing this 60 days. You should have noticed some significant body recomposition and redistribution and some weight loss on the scale. If you haven't noticed as much, did Army say how much? No. Okay. So you need to go get some labs checked. You need a full thyroid panel with all the labs I talk about. There's a YouTube video. We talk about it in Common Sense Labs. And then in our private community, we've got that listed as well. You need your adrenal hormones checked and you need your sex hormones checked. Did you tell me how old you were? 44 years old, 5'11", 210 pounds. So you're not that much overweight, and 17% body fat is a normal body fat percentage for a man. Did somebody tell you that you're too fat? Now you might have a little pudge, might have a little belly. You might be able to pinch an inch. But I'm saying you're not severely obese with a 17% body fat if you actually did that with a DEXA scan.
Also, you didn't specify exactly what kind of working out you're doing.
Right.
And
working out and walking and running, that's not going to help you lose weight. It's very good for you. It's going to make you build muscle, build bone, and help your brain and hundreds of other things. But that's not going to help you lose weight. The strict beef, butter, bacon, and eggs is going to make you lose weight if all your hormones are where they should be.
Well, what I was going to say is, like, you might lose weight, but you're building muscle. And if you're not measuring inches and paying attention to your body composition, like, you may be losing fat and you just don't think you are because the scale's not moving.
That's right. Because if you're working out hard, lifting and doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, you're going to be losing fat. You're also going to be putting on muscle and increasing your bone strength. Both of those show up on the scale, right? Your scale cannot tell the difference between ripped muscle and just jiggly, blubbery fat.
Some of the most fit people on the internet that you see have a BMI that is out of range, but that doesn't mean that they're actually overweight or have too much fat on their body. So
here's Keto Rock Stars. If we are in the PhD class, do we get access to the PhD community? Thank you for accepting me into the program. I am pumped.
That is a good question. I think we could fix you up with that. It's not necessary, and I really want you to focus. But well, let me see what I can do. Yeah.
Cheryl, thyroid cancer diagnosis. Doc wants to remove thyroid. What do you advise my friend in order of importance? He's on a SAD diet. So if he has thyroid cancer and it's not treatable by any other modality, he needs to have his thyroid removed, he or she. But before I had a thyroidectomy, I would get an independent second opinion from a doctor who's not in any way connected to their current doctor. Does that make sense? Because surgeons get paid to do surgery. And I'm not saying that this surgeon's evil or bad. I'm just saying human nature is what it is. Okay. And if a surgeon gets paid to do surgery, then they want to do surgery. So get an outside independent second opinion. And then absolutely, he's got to stop the SAD diet. The SAD diet is the cause of our current epidemics of diabetes, of obesity, of fatty liver, of hypertension, that's what's causing it. Okay. Not to mention all of the mental health issues, all of the inflammation, the standard American diet, the standard Western diet, that's what's causing that. So also cancer loves sugar. The standard American diet's full of sugar. So I would try to starve the cancer as much as possible by adopting a very low carbohydrate diet, whether that's meat heavy keto or ketovore or carnivore.
Always Summer replied to Army, who had the question earlier
Mm.
About blood sugar. Yeah, when you work out, your blood sugar is going to be up in the
Yep.
morning. That's called the dawn effect. You
Yep.
have a whole video.
I have a
about
whole video
that.
about that. It's totally normal.
There's lots of reasons for your blood sugar to go up. They have nothing to do with you
Yeah.
doing something wrong. It's just your normal body's reaction to stress, even if it's good stress, which working out is stress, but it's
exactly
good stress.
Right. If you work out hard, your blood sugar can actually go up. In the morning, when you wake up, your blood sugar is going to go up. If you fast for a long time, your blood sugar can actually go up. All those things are completely normal and completely healthy.
You didn't put your A1C in,
Right.
but I would say check your A1C, and if it's in normal range, then you're probably okay.
And a fasting insulin. Totally agree. Combat Pyro. Dr. Berry, 48-year-old male on carnivore for 14 days. Have done keto and intermittent fasting before. My blood glucose 4 days ago was 42. 3 days ago was 30. My BGC, blood glucose C. 3 days ago was 36. 2 days ago was 33. I'm not sure what BGC. Do you know what that is?
I'm trying to.
This
Where
morning,
is
29.
BGC?
My BGC.
My BGC 4 days ago. Was
Feel
42.
fine, only a little tiredness. If
Blood glucose.
there's
was
no
40.
way your blood glucose was 29. Okay, your meter's malfunctioning. You need to get either your strips have expired, or if it's a CGM, it's a bad monitor.
Check with blood. That's going to be the most accurate.
Yeah. Get some fresh strips, get a fresh meter, and check just a finger stick, because there's no way that your blood sugar is 29 today and yesterday. No way. You wouldn't be typing this question in if it were. J.R. Brandt. Hi, I don't have any underlying health problems. I'm considering dry fasting until I hit my weight loss goals. Do you think it's attainable or dangerous? Well, you didn't tell me your goal, and you didn't tell me how long you're going to dry fast. So here's what I'll tell you. I think it's perfectly safe, fine, and healthy to dry fast for 24 hours. Some people have done it much, much longer than that, but I can tell you definitively it is safe to dry fast, which means not eating or drinking any liquid for 24 solid hours. That will ramp up your rate of autophagy a little bit more than just a water fast. So, I mean, if you've got, 80 pounds to lose, I do not recommend you dry fast until you hit your weight loss goal, obviously, because that you would die. But if you're wanting to do short-term water dry fast to try to speed up your weight loss and your autophagy to tighten your skin and heal other things, I think that's perfectly safe and fine. But obviously, we're not going to dry fast for days and days or weeks and weeks. That will kill you. John watched carnivore influencers say too much protein without fat turns into glucose. What? Yeah, there are a lot of people saying a lot of stupid things in a lot of stupid places. Okay. Dr. Professor Ben Bickman and I have talked about this multiple times on my channel. I've had him on several times, and I've asked him this specific question. And his answer was, and all he does is study human physiology, the pancreatic physiology, glucose, insulin, glucagon. That's all he studies. He said, in the context of a low carbohydrate, very low carbohydrate diet, you cannot eat enough protein to make your body go into gluconeogenesis. It is a demand system, not a push system. You can't make your liver go into gluconeogenesis overload just because you ate too much protein. It doesn't work like that. But you do hear people say dumb stuff like that very often.
So gluconeogenesis, for those people who are watching who are like,
I've got a YouTube video about that. So gluconeogenesis, gluco, sugar, new, genesis, beginning or making. So your liver can make glucose anytime your body needs it, right? Day, night, doesn't matter. Like literally within seconds, your liver can make glucose. Now, if you're eating a high carb diet, you don't need to make as much glucose because you're eating a ton of glucose, right? But in a very low carbohydrate diet situation like keto, ketovore, or carnivore, if you eat 500 grams of protein, that's not going to make your liver start pumping out the glucose. There's no button on your liver that's like that. Oh, we ate high protein, start cranking out the sugar. That doesn't even make sense if you think it through. But if you haven't studied physiology, you wouldn't know that. But there are a lot of influencers out there who put themselves up as an expert, and they say dumb things like this, and then people are thoroughly confused. Like, what? I guess I need to not eat as much protein. No,
all that to say, yeah, we're not of the low fat camp.
Not at all.
We want you to eat fat with your protein.
Absolutely.
Fatty ribeyes, bacon, buttery eggs, those type of things. Then there's close to 1-to-1 fat to protein ratio. But it's not so niched down as to like, don't eat the fat or eat more fat because it's going to turn into a cupcake. Like,
right. It doesn't work. Yeah. Here's Rob. Just curious, when people with type 2 diabetes go onto a proper human diet and cure their type 2 diabetes, does the pancreas eventually return to full rejuvenation as if they were never type 2? So Rob is under the false assumption.
You're comparing type 1 to type 2.
Well, in Rob's favor, many doctors will say, if you have type 2, that your pancreas is burned out. And that's, I think, what Rob is under the assumption is true. That's absolutely not true. Most type 2 diabetics, their pancreas is pumping out insulin on 10 out of 10 scale, just pumping it out because they're eating so many carbohydrates. And so most people with type 2 diabetes, there's nothing about their pancreas that needs to rejuvenate. They're already pumping out too much insulin because they're eating too much sugar. When you cut down the sugar, which is one of the things a proper human diet does, then their pancreas can calm down and just go back to producing normal, healthy amounts of insulin.
Type 2, I feel like you could really get really confused with type 2 because your pancreas still produces insulin. So then why do you have to take insulin?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But how many videos do you have on type 2 diabetes at this point?
Yeah. And so if you're new to this, if you've just joined, you're like, well, okay, how do I? So go to YouTube and type in Dr. Barry type 2 diabetes. And it'll pull up every video I've got about type 2 diabetes. It's probably 30 to 50 videos. Yeah. But I talk specifically about the gluconeogenesis part. I talk about your pancreas is not burned out part. I talk about hyperinsulinemia. And so those videos are out there for free. You can watch them anytime, day or night, and you can become more knowledgeable than, not joking, the average family doctor or internal medicine doctor, because they just don't know this stuff.
Danny says, hey, Dr. Barry and Neisha, are you still recommending Redmond's? I need a discount code. Yeah, we still use Redmond's. I think the discount code is Dr. Barry.
I think it's in the show notes.
Should be in the show notes. If you ever want to see if there's a discount code, you can go to drbarry.com/marketplace. Then any of the things that we've the iodine, there's a new brand that you're talking about. I can't remember. It's a really good high quality. It's on the website. Redmond's is on there. Element is on there. Pluck seasoning, which is seasonings that have organs in there. Ancestral supplements, or the organ supplements if you want the benefits of liver, but you can't eat it. Discount code for that. Many, many different things. So just go to drbarry.com/marketplace anytime you're about to buy something and you want a discount code. If we have one, it'll be on there. She's really wanting to be on camera today.
Now, everyone pay attention to my cat. This is Loki. Say hi. Hi. Now, sit down and relax. Pay attention to Angela Palmer's comment here. Dr. Barry, my insulin was 22.5. That's way too high. And doing carnivore, it went down to 11.6. And we really want to get it under 10. So she's almost there. C-peptide was 3. Now it's down to 2.34. Excellent. So glad I'm going in the right direction. I love carnivore. Now, what if Angela didn't know to even check a fasting insulin, her insulin level? She would think, well, my A1C is fine. I guess I'm fine. But she's not. She's severely hyperinsulinemic, which causes hundreds of problems in the human body, including making it almost impossible to lose fat. But Angela knew about the insulin test, so she either talked her doctor into ordering it, or she got it from ownyourlabs.com. And now she knows, oh my God, my insulin's high. I need to cut the carbs even more. And so now she's down to her last one was 11.6. That's not her A1C, that's her insulin level, which is much better than 22, but she needs to cut down the carbs just a smidge more, and or just keep doing carnivore, and it's going to come on down and it'll be under 10.
Very good question. You need to answer this question.
Okay.
At the very least. Set at Liberty says, question for Dr. Perry, no vitamins whatsoever on a carnivore diet. What about magnesium, iodine, vitamin D, quercetin, vitamin B complex, etc.? I'm taking all these plus more on a carnivore diet.
Okay, so I've never said you don't need any supplementation on a carnivore diet. You need way less supplementation on a carnivore diet than you need on any other kind of diet. I think pretty much everybody on planet Earth should supplement iodine, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2, and then make sure you're getting your electrolytes and your minerals. Yeah, your daily minerals. That's why I designed the mineral drops from Salty.
Yeah, they now look like this. So it's the same formula. The dose has changed a little bit, but everything's exactly the same.
Look
Still
at
has
that
all the
muscle.
things.
Look at that. Oh,
You just give me a year. Give me a year.
Look at that gun.
Anyways, what I'm saying, the Salty is keto. It's the mineral drop. It's the same. It just looks different, and the discount code still applies. And we have a link in the description as well. I put those every day in my coffee. We take vitamin B3 when I don't really do it as much in the summer. We're working in the garden. We're outside. We're getting the sunshine. I take ancestral fem. So the beef liver is just beef liver, but the fem has female hormone support. They have one for males. It's called Mofo. Horrible name. All right, I hate the names of these things, but like whatever. Beef liver is just beef liver, but the fem and the Mofo both have beef liver plus other things in there. There's thyroid. They have all kinds of stuff. But I take the fem, and then iodine I put in my coffee every day. You use iodine as well.
Every day. 3 drops in my coffee of 2% Lugol's. Where'd that question go? I was wanting to talk about the other stuff.
The quercetin.
Quercetin's a waste of money. Don't waste your money on that. You don't need that.
Vitamin B complex.
So
all your vitamin B.
All the B vitamins are in meat and eggs. Yeah. Okay, you're going to get all those you need until we've rebuilt the soil and until we are regeneratively ranching and farming everything that we eat. You're going to have to think about some of the vitamins, vitamin D3 and K2 especially, and some of the minerals, iodine especially, and sometimes selenium. But the vast majority of supplements that people take are just a waste of money.
If you're first starting out, I think maybe supplements have a place because you're depleted because you've ate crap for a long time. So especially if you have thyroid problems like selenium, it's not going to hurt a thing to do that. You're going to get selenium from eggs. But
there you go.
A high quality selenium.
Choline? What about choline supplement? Oh,
choline eggs.
Yeah.
But like if you want to boost that first 3 months of you coming back to a nutrient dense diet, that's fine. But like for the most part, I don't take selenium, and I have Hashimoto's, and I was on thyroid medication, blah, 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 blah. I don't do that anymore, though. But
there's 2 supplements out there that are super popular that are 100% of the time a waste of your money. Do you know what they are?
Colostrum.
Colostrum is titty milk for babies, unless you're an infant human.
People love it. If you want it, you're spending money on that.
Like, I mean, if you want to waste your money. But the 2 I'm talking about that are a complete waste of money that people spend millions of dollars a week on. Athletic Greens, AG1, and Balance of Nature. These are the biggest gimmicky bullshit scams.
Really good marketing.
On the face of the earth. When I'm on TikTok looking for inspiration, I get on TikTok sometimes, don't sue me. Every third thing is an AG1 ad. I don't even know it. They probably spend $1 million a day on advertising. You wouldn't have to spend that much money on advertising if your product actually did anything. AG1 is crap. I'm sorry, Joe Rogan. I love you. I love you, Andrew Huberman. I love you, Lex Friedman. Love you guys, but AG1 is junk.
And I have no loss of respect. Like, whatever. I don't care. Get that back. I just confused a lot of people because I said we're working in the garden. And oh my God, Dr. Berry is carnivore. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not. And we have friends and family that, and I also, you don't have to actually eat the stuff in your garden.
A lot of it we give to the chickens or the sheep.
Or friends and family, neighbors. It is so good for you to get outside and touch dirt. Okay.
Touch dirt in the sun.
You don't have to grow veggies, grow herbs, grow flowers, grow anything.
Grow pot. It's fine. Just don't get caught.
I mean, you do you. But like, don't think that you can't participate in something that is ancestral and amazing because you don't eat vegetables. There are many things you can grow that don't require you to consume them.
You can grow herbs to season your meat and eggs. I'm growing
pumpkins and squash and I have a group.
Have we eaten a single squash or pumpkin?
No. But the sheep have. And
yes, I love them.
Like the cucumbers, because my cucumber plants just produced and I can't look at another cucumber.
So let's look at the return on your garden. Even though we have not eaten a single pumpkin or squash or any of that, you're out there with your hands in the dirt, your skin in the sun, fresh nature, fresh air,
green and
blue,
butterflies
everywhere.
And interacted with the wildlife and the bees, the birds. I've not seen, and we live on this farm. I grew up here. This is the farm I grew up on. I've never seen as much wildlife as when I started really gardening, and that's what I get out of it.
And fixing the woods and the pasture.
And I do eat tomatoes, and I do eat cucumbers sometimes and stuff like that. But like most of it is because it feeds my soul.
And most of it we feed to the chickens, which turn the vegetables into eggs. And then we feed a lot of it to the sheep, which turn the vegetables into meat. See how that works? And now let me also say that the proper human diet is a spectrum. From the lion diet to carnivore, to ketovore, to keto, to even down to low carb. Those are all on the proper human diet spectrum. And if you'd like to know all 11 principles of a proper human diet, you can get a free copy of the Proper Human Diet Guidebook. There's a link down in the show notes. I'll email you a copy for free. If you want to see all 11 principles, I also have a YouTube video. I think it's linked in the show notes about all the principles of a proper human diet. And so a lot of people, I'm carnivore. Yes. That doesn't mean that the proper human diet is only a carnivore diet. A lot of people think that mistakenly. For me, my proper human diet is carnivore. For her proper human diet.
It's mostly, there are days where I do only eat meat, but a few onions on my steak, people lose their minds.
Calm down, people. Calm down. It's okay.
I eat a Caesar salad with 2 chicken thighs, and that's the end of the world. Listen, find your place on the spectrum. We don't care. It doesn't hurt our feelings if you eat a cucumber.
That's right. It's not going to kill you.
Or if you never look at a plant again for the rest of your life, okay? But get outside and touch grass.
Yep. Play in the sun. Take your shirt off. Men or women, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Free the nipple. We got to get out in the sun.
I don't think you can say that on YouTube.
Can I not say that?
I think you're going to get flagged.
Well, okay. Maybe. Mark, I'm new to the group. A friend of mine challenged me to do the carnivore diet for 90 days. Day 22, and I'm 25 pounds lighter and starting to feel amazing, like a new person. Thanks for being the salt. So, Mark, let's dig into this a little bit. Is he a new person, or is he just becoming the person that he could have been all along?
You're becoming the person you should have been this whole time, but you couldn't help it. It's not your fault. It was your problem. But guess what? You're solving that problem.
You're solving the problem every day, 100%.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
So many of you guys, you're like, I don't even like who I am or how I look or how I feel. It's not your fault, but it's 100% your problem. Do what Mark did. Just say, okay, fine. I can do anything for 90 days. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. And now he feels like a new person, but what he's really doing is he's digging down and he's finding that optimized Mark that he could have always been, that he just wasn't.
Your accessory is just so cute. This is her happy place. She's always, even when he's in first thing in the morning, he's having coffee. She's sitting here. Hey,
Army.
Do you want to know what Dr. Berry eats in the day?
Nobody wants to know that. Nobody cares what I eat.
We have just hired a new person to come on our team who's a beautiful member of our family, and she's going to help make new content for Dr. Berry. This content is going to go in the community first with no ads and all that stuff. You just get to see what he eats in a day. She's going to try to help him post his meals because he just eats. Okay, guys? He just eats. He is not a good cook. He just eats meat, throws in the pan salt, little bacon curds. It is what it is. But if you want to see that, you can join our community and see that on the Dr. Berry Insider space. You can also interact with the rest of the community. If you don't want to interact with other people and you don't care and you don't want a community and you don't want extra live Q&A, you just want to see what Dr. Berry is up to, this is basically a Substack. So it's called Dr. Berry Insider, and you can go join that too. Dr. Berry has that link pulled up. Look at you. Get you. PhDHealth.community gets you all the details.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's get back to these comments. Now's the time, guys. If you got a question for us, type it into the comments. Try to keep it short, but include all relevant information. Oh, okay. Here's a great one from Seta Liberty. Setat Liberty. Question: what about collagen protein powder? Is it trash? So I eat meat and eggs every day. She eats meat and eggs every day, sometimes plus or minus veg. Do you think we need a protein powder or a collagen powder or a branched chain amino acid powder if 80 to 100% of our diet is meat and eggs, which are made up exclusively of protein and fat, which break down into amino acids and fatty acids? Protein powders, if you're eating a proper human diet, protein powders are a complete and utter waste of money, unless you've had an aggressive bariatric bypass, gastric bypass, bariatric surgery, and you've got a tiny little stomach pouch and you just can't eat enough meat to get enough protein, then there's a place for protein shakes, protein powders then. But for the average person, even the average person going to the gym, did you take your protein powder today?
I ate eggs before I went with extra butter.
She got
And bacon grease.
more bioavailable protein from those eggs that she just whooped up on the stove than you're going to get from your top dollar protein powder. You understand? The majority of crap that's in GNC, all the protein powders it's literal marketing. It's all it is.
We use protein powder for one purpose, and that is to make ice cream for the kids. So I use the Equip, I think it's called Prime Protein, and it's beef isolate protein. So it's like very high quality. And I make that 1 or 2 to 4 times in the summer because I'm lazy. All right. And you have to like prep it and it sits overnight. And we have a creamy, anyways. That is the only time. If I'm doing dairy free, I will use that same protein powder as a creamer for my coffee. That's it. But if you're going to use a protein powder, that's probably the highest quality. And then Ben Bickman?
Yeah, Ben Bickman. It's Equip.
No.
I thought that was his.
No.
What's Ben Bickman's protein powder? Does anybody know? It's
Eat
also
your meat.
beef isolate.
Yeah.
Which, if you're going to get a protein powder, I think it should be beef isolate.
You can
but you
buy
don't need it.
so much more meat and bacon and eggs for what you're going to pay for a bag of protein
100%.
powder.
100%.
But
Look at this comment. You all are inspiring my wife and I. You should see some of the success stories. If anybody feels called to put your success story in the comments, please do so, because people like Mike and others, they're like, is this real? Are these people crazy? What is this proper human diet foolishness? I'm telling you, Mike, this is it. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. We got a few affiliate links. If you want to buy it, it's great. I got a book or two. If you want to buy them, it's great. If you don't, you can watch all this on YouTube for free, and you can literally transform your health and your wife's health for free with just changing and stop eating Franken food, pseudo food, commodity food, and start eating real human food. And your health will improve. It's just that simple. There's no gimmick. Unlike AG1, you don't have to send me however much it is that you're about to waste.
Ronald says, how to break a fast on Carnivore, please. Scrambled eggs usually works pretty well.
Yeah, you just eat
Well,
meat.
I mean, how long have you been fasting?
Right.
You might ease into it with bone broth if you've done like 7-day fast or something. But if it's 24-hour fast, just like eat whatever you want.
Brandon says, will Carnivore stop thinning hair? Maybe. It depends on the cause. Right. If so, how long would it take to see results? So we figured up the other day, Neisha's hair is 2.5 years long. This is 2.5 years of hair. And she's trimmed it several times. So it'd probably be this long if you took back all the trimmings.
Yeah. I had, after Bonnie and Beckett, both times I had children, my postpartum hair loss was significant, but it's recovered fully, as you can tell.
Yeah, her ponytail's about this big around.
So 3 years ago.
So maybe if the reason your hair's thinning is that you're not getting adequate protein, or you're deficient in some amino acids, because a lot of people on plant-based diet don't get the right amino acid combo, and so that can cause thinning of the hair. If you're deficient in copper or molybdenum or selenium or a few other of the minerals, it can cause your hair to thin prematurely or gray prematurely. And so adding that back in can reverse graying or reverse the hair loss, if that's the problem. Now, if you're just genetically your hair's thinning, then I'm sorry, Bubba, just go Bruce Willis. If mine ever thins, and I'm just going to buzz it, and that'll
He's
just
got
be
good
it.
genetics. I think you're going to be fine.
I think I'll be, but literally, you'll be married to Bruce Willis if my hair starts to thin a lot.
Thank you.
I'll just set the thing on 7 and just do my entire head. That's it.
Just rather you not do that, but okay. Somebody said health HLTH is Ben Bickman's.
That's HLTH.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct. You're right. Chasing the sun. I just started bioidentical hormone therapy. How long before I start seeing the scales move again? Been in a stall for months. So make sure you go back with fresh eyes and look at your diet. Make sure you haven't had carbohydrate creep up on you. Use a tracker for a week or two and put everything you eat and drink in there and make sure your total carbohydrates are under 20 total grams a day. And then keep doing your BHRT. And within a few weeks or a month or two, you should notice that the scales are starting to move again. Keep in mind, you might put on more muscle and bone strength, which is going to show up on the bathroom scale, even though you're losing fat. And so it looks like you're breaking even. But if you'll get a Taylor's tape and take your measurements, you'll go, oh, I've lost another inch.
Also, pay attention to, if you wear jeans, you're going to know. Yes. Jeans are the least forgiving piece of clothing a woman can wear. Real jeans,
not those pseudo spandex jeans.
Not
real jeans.
Jeggings.
Yeah, jeggings. Yeah.
Not jeggings.
I
don't even think they're a thing anymore, but maybe.
I bet somebody wears them. Sherry, after 4 months on Ketovore, I don't seem to have energy as I did in the beginning. So I'm afraid you're not eating enough total food. I'm afraid you might not be salting your food enough. I'm afraid you might not be getting enough electrolytes, or
could be so many things. Could be hormones.
Yep.
Could be stress in your life. Could be that you're not sleeping as good as you think that you are. Could be that you've lowered your fat and didn't realize that you've lowered your fat and you're not getting enough fat. Especially if any women over 50, if you have not checked out Dr. Elizabeth Bright.
Yes.
Go listen to her, get her book. She is great to empower you in knowing that fat is good for you, especially if you are perimenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal. Fat is good. Go check her out there. She's been on podcasts on Dr. Barry's channel, many other channels, but she is a great resource. And a lot of times when you go Ketovore and you're not eating or you're going dairy free, then you're dropping fat and you don't really realize it. Track for a week. You don't have to track forever, and just see how much fat you're actually getting in your diet.
Can we all just stop for a second and meditate on just how lucky I am? I mean, come on. Would you like to see me and Neisha in person? We could take an USC, hear her speak. We have an event we're going to be speaking at in Dixon, Tennessee. I think it's September 13th and 14th.
Alyssa will let everybody
Does that sound right,
you can
Alyssa?
go to this website and see the details. You can also have, you can upgrade your ticket and get a PhD coach experience where you get to sit in a room with all the coaches from the community. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do some interactive Q&A, very intimate, not a whole bunch of people.
Yep.
And Dixon is close to Nashville. So if you wanted to come to Nashville or you love Nashville, this is going to be a good piggyback.
You could wrap this into a Nashville weekend and get crazy, wear your white cowgirl boots and ride one of the pedal tavern things and go, woohoo! Or not. It's up to you. But there's a few tickets left. So before these tickets are gone, you need to jump on this if you want to hang out with us at the beautiful state park in Dixon, Tennessee.
It's technically Burns, Tennessee. It's Dixon. Okay?
Yeah.
We don't. It's Dixon.
It's Dixon.
No, it's definitely not sold out. I don't think.
It's not sold out, but there's a few tickets left. So
it might sell out in the next few weeks.
You better grab them before they are. Here's Gary. Several hours after being a bad carnivore, I ate some Asian food. Chinese buffet, and shooting my blood sugar sky high. My glucose goes down to much lower than normal. Any idea why? It's the rebound. So when you ate all those carbs, your blood sugar spiked, right, Gary? So your pancreas said, what the F, Gary? And it squirted out a ton of insulin to grab that blood sugar and pull it back down. Sometimes the pancreas overcompensates and it pulls your blood sugar too low. That's exactly what happened. This is why a lot of people, after they eat that carby lunch, about an hour later, they're like this because their blood sugars dropped low and they're like, I just need to take a nap. That's carb coma. That's what you were experiencing.
It doesn't say sold out on the website.
They're not sold out. I didn't say they were sold out.
I didn't say you said that.
Who said that?
Somebody said Chris Cooking Nashville.
No. So there's a separate event in Dixon.
Tomorrow.
That's right. Tomorrow night, where it's just a local community event.
Right.
That's sold out.
Okay.
But the September 13th, 14th is not sold out yet, but you don't want to fart around for too long or it will be.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, guys. Also, we're going to Dollywood. This weekend. Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
You should.
I can't wait to go to Dollywood.
Whatever.
The only thing better than Dollywood is Disney World.
Do you see what I have to deal with? All right. Do you see?
What is it he said on that Southern movie when she's getting married? I'd rather eat dirt. Remember?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's Julia Roberts, and she's diabetic, and then she dies. And
Steel Magnolia.
Yeah. And the husband of what's her name? Daryl Hannah. Remember?
Daryl Hannah.
She wants to go to. Yeah, she's in there.
I know she is. But
she wants to go to church, and she's like, "Come on, Harold, go to church with me." He's like, "Oh, honey, I'd rather eat dirt."
You can just stay here in Holiday, Tennessee. Then how about that? I'll just leave you by yourself.
No, I don't want to be alone. I want to come with you.
Anyways, if you're in the area, we're going to be in Dollywood, so you might see.
Hey, come to Dollywood. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
We're going to share, or I'm going to share what we eat when we go on vacation, on the road trip, when we go to Buc-ee's. There are actually some really good choices at Dollywood as opposed to other theme parks.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce this handle. I had a gourder and
Teresa.
started taking 12.5 milligrams. That H always messes me up, Teresa. And started taking 12.5 milligrams of iodine a day. That's higher than I recommend. The goiter resolved, and I felt better every year. Now I have subclinical hyperthyroidism. Should I lower my iodine? If so, what to? So, Teresa, you had subclinical hyperthyroidism when you had the goiter. You've had subclinical hyperthyroidism probably for 10 years. That's why you had the goiter, because it was overactive. It was trying to grab what tiny amount of iodine that you had in your system. Just back off to 2 or 3 milligrams a day. That's all you need. That's 2,000 or 3,000 micrograms. The iodine did not cause your hyperthyroidism. It doesn't work that way. But you had that before. Your doctor just didn't know.
Mike from Canada. What's Dollywood?
So you know how Disney World used to rock, and it just was so much fun and so awesome, and now it kind of sucks ass.
Dollywood has beat Disney World and Disneyland 3 years in a row for top theme park in the United States.
In the whole country. So in the beautiful Appalachian Mountains, some people call them the Smoky Mountains. I call them the Appalachian Mountains. Is this theme park that Dolly Parton started 40 years ago.
It's turning 40. I'm turning 40. It's no cool.
It started out with like a log ride and a merry-go-round, and now it's for the third year in a row. It is the best theme park in the whole United States. It is amazing. And you don't have to go to Disney World.
Yeah, you get to come to Tennessee.
It is way less bad than Disney World.
And it's a little bit cheaper. Theme parks are all expensive, but it's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah,
anyway, it's amazing. Yeah. She has a drone show at the end and fireworks and good food and good bluegrass music, country music.
And let's just say Dolly is a Christian, and it shows in her theme park. So you take that.
It's family friendly, so you're not going to see anybody getting blitzed at Dollywood.
Right, right. Or, dressed inappropriately.
It's amazing. We love it. There's 2 places you can stay on property as well, and there's benefits to staying. We stay at the Dreammore.
T-Man, my mom had severe ulcerative colitis. She had a procedure. She had the ileoanal anastomosis. So they took out her entire large intestine, if it's an ileoanal, and they hooked up the last part of her small intestine to her rectum uranus. My colon, appendix, they took everything out. She is scared to start carnivores. It's safe. Yes, 100%. Here's why. Meat and eggs digest completely and are absorbed completely before they ever make it to the large intestine. I wish your mom had heard about the carnivore diet a year or 2 before she had her colon taken out. Then she'd still have her colon. But yeah, it's perfectly safe. If anybody has ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, IBS, IBD, or if you don't even have a colon, the carnivore diet, beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, is the diet. that you need to do for 90 days, at least as a trial. And then I predict you'll do it the rest of your life.
I'm getting
Good
so
question.
excited to go to
Dollywood.
Jeremiah.
Is there legitimacy to the claims that allergy symptoms from non-food triggers like pollen and cats can be reduced on a carnivore diet? 100% yes. Thousands of anecdotal cases of people. Well, I'm one of them. I used to have the worst hay fever, allergic rhinitis in the world. And now on carnivore, I can literally go out and mess around with moldy 3-year-old hay. And if anybody has ever had hay fever, I just made them sneeze when I said 3-year-old moldy hay. It's awful, but I might sneeze one time. Now I have no runny nose, no congestion. Yes. Also, how important is detoxifying your home from chemicals and cleaning and hygiene products? I think that is important, but less important than fixing your food.
I mean,
Fix your food first, and then
the very obvious things, like I used to love Bath and Body Works. Okay, man, I had candles upon candles upon candles and all the plug-in things. I don't anymore because it's very obvious. Those things gave me a headache. Okay, there's a reason why they gave me a headache. Now I use incense, essential oils, clean candles from people that I know that make them homemade. We use vinegar to clean a lot of our stuff. Now we do have a few things like you need some stuff to clean.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Like the toilets are disgusting. I have normal Clorox to clean.
Made by Dow Corning. Yes.
My goodness, you know, we're not trying to just be crazy over here.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you know, I don't wear perfume every day. You don't wear cologne every day. We use native deodorant without the aluminum. You know, more easy, simple choices. You don't have to go all the way back to the Stone Age and use a rock for deodorant.
Yeah.
Okay. But,
and I can tell you guys, if you come to our house and look in our shower, when I first met Neisha, when she moved in, she had 800 hair products in the shower. Like I literally had to take a shower like this because there's no room in the shower.
Hair products, skin products, body spray, lotion.
Yeah. Now there's maybe 4 things in the shower.
All very
and all I use is native soap, right?
We
native
use
or Squatch.
Goat milk soap.
Yeah. And that's it.
Squatch, native. Those are the 3.
On my hair, on my pits, on my bits. I just use that. That's it. I don't use anything else. So if you want to get this complexion and this hair and this smell, I wish this was smell-o-vision. You'd be like, damn, he smells good. I just use soap and literally nothing else. I don't put any product on my hair. How long does it take me to do my hair?
A minute.
under maybe 30 seconds. Yeah. So you don't have to do all that stuff to be beautiful and sexy and hot.
But like if you want to
fix your diet,
you want to be 100%. You're trying to go for linen and 100% cotton. Like go for it.
Yeah,
but
go for it.
Something that is just not you're that's not it. You're not there yet. Fine. It's fine. Just eat your meat.
Fix the food first.
Fix the food.
Fix the food. Absolutely. Empty veins. Are you aware of any studies that compare the risk factors of those who smoke half a pack or more a day versus the occasional smoker, such as a pipe smoker that smokes once or twice on the weekend? So I don't know if there are any studies comparing this. When they were trying to figure out if smoking was dangerous or not, what they did was they found the heaviest smokers and studied them, which is smart. That's what you should do to look for the biggest signal. I don't know of any little studies about like if you just smoke a pipe twice a week versus 10 cigarettes a week. I don't know if there's any, but I think that we can probably say fairly unequivocally that the less you smoke, the better. And that goes for pot too. A lot of people are under the false impression that smoking weed is somehow good for you. Now, it might be less bad for you than smoking tobacco, but let me just kind of tell you a universal biological principle. Never inhale the smoke from the burning leaves of any plant. That is dumb. Wild animals are smarter than that. They will run if there's a fire with smoke. They run away. They don't want to breathe that. You should not inhale the smoke from any burning plant, whether that's tobacco or marijuana. Thank you, Joy B.
Did y'all see Lily?
Ketovore, almost 2 years, says Provost. A1C 5.9 down to 4.7. HDL went from 19, very low, to 55, beautiful. Triglycerides went from 549, very high, down to 22. That's 22, yes. And down 130 pounds. If you guys know anybody who needs to lose 80, 100, 150, 200 pounds, take a screenshot of this comment and send it to them. Neisha has multiple Ketovore videos on her channel. Just type in Neisha, Neisha. That's Neisha.
I'm about to start a whole series of Fit by 40. So I have 6 months to get in the best shape of my life by the time I turn 40 in February.
40.
And I'm still doing all my same diet. So meat-based, Ketovore. I eat a lot of healthy fat and very normal people food. I'm not over here eating raw meat and a stick of butter a day.
What kind of pre-workout do you take?
I take scrambled eggs.
Okay. And what kind of protein powder?
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. And then after you work out, how do you really hammer in the protein?
I go to Sonic if I'm having a busy day like today, and I get a 3-stack of the smash burger with cheese and onions. And so I get 3 patties. Let me show you this because this is really good hack. For those of you who Walmart shop, if I'm not in a hurry.
She's on a mission now.
If I'm not in a hurry, then I come home and I get the same thing. But these people look over these because it looks like it has a bun. Okay, it doesn't.
It's just the meat patty.
It's just the meat patty.
And it's 100%.
Can I talk? Oh my gosh! It's a smash burger. Okay, so it comes with how many are there in here? 12 2-ounce beef patty. So I have 6 ounces of beef patty when I get home, and I put cheese on them as well. 10 grams of protein per patty. 0 grams of carbs. Ingredients are just beef. There's nothing else in here.
Beef. One word.
And then 13 grams of fat per patty. So this is exactly what I want. I want fat and I want protein. So I have three of these when I get home. I cook them in the air fryer because they're frozen on 450 for 6 minutes.
Love it. That's it. That's how you do it, guys. Eat your meat. Eat your eggs. Don't think that, I need this pre-workout and this during workout and this post-workout. All that's dumb. All that's marketing. People trying to sell you stuff you don't need. Okay? Eat your meat. Lift heavy things. Run fast. Play in the sun. Hands in the dirt. Bare feet in the dirt. That's literally the proper human life.
So yeah, get those at Walmart, and they're not super expensive either, and they're perfectly smashed. They're the thin. That's how I like them. I like thin smash burgers, but I'm too lazy to do it every single day. But I want to eat them every single day. There you go. There you
go. That's a great little hack. Tired looking for a name says my A1C has been below 5.4 for the past 6 years. However, I cannot expunge type 2 diabetes as a diagnosis from my records. In fact, I got yelled at once by a nurse after I said that I used to have type 2 diabetes. She said it's for life. So I would ask that nurse, what's the definition of type 2 diabetes? How do you define it? What's the diagnostic criteria? And after she says, well, if your A1C is above 7.4, then or 6.4, then you're type 2 diabetic. And say, well, is mine above 6.4, nurse? And when she says no, then say, well, then I don't qualify for type 2 anymore, do I? No, you don't have type 2 diabetes. You have reversed it. Some people would say you cured your type 2 diabetes. This nurse is ignorant. She means well, but she currently doesn't know what she's talking about. Hopefully you helped educate her. Maybe she looked it up when she got home. You are not type 2 diabetic. Now, it can be difficult to get this type of thing out of your medical record. And sometimes it can affect your health insurance rate. Some companies will charge you a little more if you're type 2 diabetic. So I would keep trying. I would ask the doctor, here's how, okay, you want to know how to get it out of your chart real quick? Ask the doctor, say, doc, I've been trying for months, years to get type 2 diabetes out of your chart. I mean, how do I get that out of my chart? Do I need to contact the medical board? And watch the doctor go, no, you don't have to do that. I'll take it out. I'll take it out. And then it won't be in there anymore. And that'll be it. It'll be fixed. Just say, I don't know. Who should I contact? The medical board? And that'll be it. The doctor will immediately pee their pants a little and take it out of your chart.
I was going to say, so Kelly Hogan she calls them meat cookies. They're just beef patties. And she shows the ones from Costco, and then there's ones from Walmart. I've tried all of those, and the difference between those and the ones that I just showed you is the thickness. And the ones that are thick turn out spongy, and they've got a weird texture, and I don't love those as much. Mm-hmm. These are much more easy to like. They're more palatable because they're thin. So somebody's like, it's not smash burger because that's how you cook it. Like, it's because it's thin, okay? Let's not get all technical. We gotta make everything a big deal.
People are so touchy.
It's just because it's skinny. It's a skinny patty, okay? Skinny.
I love it.
It
I love it.
cooks better in the air fryer because it's not as thick and squishy.
Here is Anita, diagnosed with ulcerative colitis in 2015 and peripheral spondyloarthritis in 22. Been carnivore for a year and a half, off Humira, off Lialda, surgery RN, and have been giving my patients your name to help with their healing. Love you guys. So, do you know anybody that needs to reverse ulcerative colitis? Take a screenshot of this comment right here. She's a surgery nurse. She's a registered nurse, just like Neisha, who works in surgery. She's not an idiot. She's not a grocery sacker who's out there thinking that she understands it. She's a literal registered nurse. She understands what she's talking about. This fixed her ulcerative colitis.
Those patties came from Walmart. I'm sure you can find smash burger frozen patties at other places too. Somebody said Aldi has smash burgers in the frozen department too.
Warren says, what's up with quercetin? Quercetin is a complete and utter waste of money. I'm not saying it's bad for you in any way. It's just a waste of money. It doesn't help you in any way. That's what's up with quercetin. Here's Benjamin. I'm thinking about transitioning to serious strength training, strongman style. Want to see how strong I can get naturally. Will my upper strength be limited without carbs and sugar? No.
Go follow Robert Sykes, Keto Savage.
Yep.
Watch several videos from him. He also does Q&A on live stream on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok probably. He has no problem with his upper body.
No problem at all.
He is jacked. His wife is jacked. And he eats very meat-based and high fat also. Keto Savage, Robert Sykes, S-I-K-E-S.
S-I-K-E-S.
Yeah.
Yep. Nellie says, how do the GLP-1 compounds work? They're actually keto mimicking and carnivore mimicking drugs. They literally work the exact same way that a carnivore diet or a ketogenic diet work in your body. That's exactly how they work.
Over time.
That's it, guys. We're done. We're out. It's not too late to share this video on your favorite social media because we answered a lot of good questions and it might help your friends.
Yeah, join the community if you want more time with Dr. Berry doing Q&A live sessions in a smaller format. We usually have 200 to 300 people per live stream. You can also, in the Pro All Access group, he does weekly Zoom calls where you actually get to see him face to face and you can talk to him back and forth. And then if you want to come see my road to 40, getting fit in the next 6 months before my 40th birthday, eating meat-based, come hang out with me on my channel. It's just my name, Neisha, Neisha. Good job.
I love it. And if you want to see us in Dixon, September 13th and 14th, Low-carb4betterhealth.com.
We're not the only ones there. There's so many amazing speakers. So go check out the website to see who else is going to be there because you may want to see somebody else more than us.
Yeah. You may hate us, but go here. I guess it's over here. I found out that everything's backwards. And check out all the speakers. They got great speakers. Okay, guys, that's it. We're out. We're going to go outside and look at the garden and wait for our children to get home. We love you. We mean it.
See you not next week because we'll be in Dollywood.
We'll be in Dollywood next week. So if you want to see us next week, come to Dollywood. We'll be back.